Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Tazz here, and welcome back to the channel. This is Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360 in the year 2023. What an absolutely wild statement that I never thought would be possible. Recently, with the progression in Microsoft's acquisition of Activision, the Xbox 360 servers for many classic CODs have been restored to their former glory. Sadly, PC and PlayStation 3 servers did not receive the same treatment, but one can only hope that with the success seen just on the Xbox side, that they could be up next for a revival. This comes as quite the shock, as many in the community have been fairly skeptical of this whole Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard scenario, citing issues of potential monopolization, the possibility of PlayStation and PC being left out of exclusive content and events, and just general worry with such a big industry move. However, while the deal has not quite been finalized, it is all moving in the right direction, and luckily something incredible has already come from it. The servers for not just Black Ops 2 have been brought back from the dead, but every COD from the original Modern Warfare up through Ghosts on the Xbox 360 have been brought back to a very playable state. Seeing thousands of people online at a time in a game that's over 10 years old really makes me nostalgic for the days where you would see 1 million plus players online on a single platform. Matchmaking is almost instantaneous once again, lobbies are filling up, and the player counts on these old games are giving some modern titles a run for their money. With this, I had to break out the old Xbox and relive the glory days of COD for myself, if only it were so easy. I can't speak for everyone, but when I say I had some issues loading things back up, that's putting it lightly. Long story short, after hours of fiddling with my Xbox One, redeeming a multi-year-old Game Pass trial, Elgato troubleshooting, and completely reinstalling Black Ops 2, I was finally able to jump back into my favorite Call of Duty game of all time, and man, did it feel good to be back. I was certainly a little rusty at first, but it's just like editing a YouTube video, you never really forget how to do it. Everything was as I left it all those years ago. My old Xbox 360 gamer tag that was picked out for me when I created my account, all of my ridiculous emblems, custom classes, and very subpar stats. I'm not a great player by any means nowadays, but back then it was a miracle I accomplished as much as I did as a .7 KD player. But over time I've certainly improved and would consider myself slightly above average in skill level, not competitive by any means, but I can hold my own now and go on some pretty impressive streaks. Black Ops 2 was the first Call of Duty game I played through its entire life cycle, and I certainly got my money's worth. With over 11.5 days of playtime and multiplayer alone, I reached Prestige Master, unlocked quite a few gold and diamond camos, and have infinite memories of grinding out double XP weekends on Nuketown 2025 and late night S&D lobbies with the boys. Black Ops 2 released at such a special time, and to see it back almost exactly as it was over 10 years later is certainly a treat. However, it's not without issue. There's certainly some input lag present with the game being emulated through the Xbox One's backwards compatibility feature, and the controller just feels slightly off, like there's some weird acceleration or drift present. The game doesn't feel nearly as smooth and polished as it did back in 2012, as I'm much more used to playing modern titles on PC, with uncapped frame rates, a wider field of view, and much more detailed textures. And while these servers may be back up and running, that sadly has not stopped cheaters and hackers from trying to ruin the fun either, so definitely be wary of them. But even with all that said, I still had so much fun jumping back in and playing for a few hours a night over the last week or so. I played a lot of free-for-all, just getting a feel for the game, maps, and gunplay again, and it's as if I had never left. All the old weapons and equipment still feel incredible. It's so satisfying to go on a streak getting those pesky bloodthirsties. I was able to win a couple of games, as you guys will see in the background gameplay. I had a blast, and the experience wouldn't be complete without random people in-game messaging me about how bad I am or screaming over the mic about me being trash. It feels good to be home. While multiplayer might be what Call of Duty is known for, at its core, I'm a zombies guy at heart, so I had to jump in just to see if there was still some life in my favorite part of any Treyarch title. This isn't as much of a shock, as Call of Duty Zombies is still very much alive in a lot of past titles on PC, thanks to clients like Plutonium for BO2 and the Boy client for Black Ops 3, and the plethora of custom zombies maps within the Steam Workshop. And now I know these titles have their performance and sadly security issues as well on PC, but thankfully there are those in the community willing to make clients in order to help these past titles live on far past what they ever would have. Speaking of PC, I think playing zombies on keyboard and mouse over the years has become so ingrained into my muscle memory, it's so jarring to swap over to controller while playing on console. It just feels so weird playing zombies with a controller now. Not saying this is a bad thing either, but zombies has gotten quite a bit easier with more recent incarnations, and that is very noticeable as you go back and play older titles. But it is great to be able to go and relive the original Zombies experience as Treyarch intended over on Xbox without any crazy mods or custom maps. Just some pure wholesome zombie slaying adventures on some of the best maps in the entire series: Transit, Die Rise, Mob of the Dead, Buried, and Origins. What a freaking incredible lineup that I've sunk so many hours into over the years. Black Ops 2 had some absolute banger zombies maps and game modes, and thanks to the community, many of these classics will be added to the Steam Workshop in the near future, with this Zombies Chronicles 2 project spearheaded by none other than Mr. T-Lexify himself. The memories and friendships I made back during Black Ops 2 just because of zombies, getting to high rounds, solving Easter eggs, deciphering the mysterious ranking system, or just trying out the latest glitch are all things I will be forever grateful for. Overall, guys, I had so much fun revisiting Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360 servers, as it just reminded me of why I fell in love with the COD franchise all those years ago. Maybe this will inspire me to try out a bunch of the old CODs like Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, or maybe even finally try and do a Ghosts retrospective and try and convince you guys of how underrated it is, but that's a video for another time. Hopefully, Black Ops 2's surprise resurrection is a sign of things to come for Call of Duty in the future. We are getting closer and closer to 2025, which would be a perfect time to release the long-speculated Black Ops 2 remaster. I know I would be there for it day one, as I'm sure many of you would be as well. It's no secret that many fans, including myself, have begun to lose interest with the current Call of Duty formula with this live service monetization focus, but the revival of these old servers have piqued my interest in a series I love once again, and with Modern Warfare 3 leaks beginning to crop up and bundles for the boys dropping in-game, I did fall right into Activision's trap, jumping back into MW2 to play as Homelander, and between you and I, it was actually a fun time. And it really did show just how far we've come with COD over the years, the series' evolution, not just in gameplay, console versus PC performance, and just general reach. Overall, while the classic games do certainly play better on PC, especially with the Plutonium launcher and Boy client, this makes old games much more accessible now, as all you need is an Xbox and a Game Pass subscription to relive the glory days. But with that said, guys, what did you think about Microsoft and Activision fixing the old Xbox servers for these classic CODs? Which Call of Duty is your favorite of all time? And if you've jumped back into an older title, how are you liking the nostalgia trip? Just let me know your thoughts on all of this down there in the comments below. But until next time, guys, it's been Tazz. and I'll see you guys in the next video.